The title of your YouTube video is the most important thing besides your thumbnail. If you don't take the time to actually craft a good title, then no one's actually gonna click on your video. So how do you think a headline for a magazine industry or a news headline actually catches your eye? They spend a lot of time on these titles. With my experience doing YouTube over the past couple of years, I've learned a few techniques to creating a clickable title. So I'm gonna show you how to write a title for your next YouTube video so you can get more clicks. Hey Big Shots, my name is Daniel Ford and this channel is all about helping motivated entrepreneurs master the strategies of YouTube for their business so they can get fresh leads and profits. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified every time I release a new video. This specific video is in a series of videos for YouTube strategy for small channels so that you can grow fast. I'll link it here and in the description down below so you can check out the rest of the videos later. So when it comes to posting videos on YouTube, a lot of businesses I work with will spend hours and hours making a video, post it, and then in one example, I had a client who spent about 3 years uploading around 50 videos for his business. He would consistently only get a few views on each of his videos, which would be extremely frustrating. The great thing about this was that he wasn't giving up and he was motivated enough to continue. When I came into the picture, I showed him one small strategy that he could apply to one of his video titles, and he immediately started seeing amazing results. More on this in just a second though. So your first step to get more clicks is to first find out what your target audience is actually searching for. So what I use to find this out is I use a tool called Keywords Everywhere. And Keywords Everywhere is actually an extension of Google. So when you type it in, it'll actually tell you the search volume of that specific question. Now going back to the example of my one-on-one client, in his video that he was making, he was trying to show this audience how to do a bald fade, but his video just wasn't optimized well and wasn't ranked well. As soon as he took some of these keywords that he used off of Keywords Everywhere and found out some questions that people were actually asking, he was able to create a video that got him thousands of views. If you want an idea of how to actually rank your video in search so that you get more subscribers, watch this more in-depth video, which I'll link right here and in the description down below. Now we know how to optimize our title, but how do we get it to stand out so viewers actually click on it? So what I use is I use the Powerless Method. This will show you the secret YouTube title generator. Make sure you fill out this entire list as I go through this so you can make a clickable title right at the end of this video. I want you to imagine for a second that your viewer is standing on the edge of a cliff and there's a huge chasm right below them. And on the other side of that chasm is your viewer's heaven. It's basically all their hopes, all their dreams, to the problems that you're going to solve for them. So in the title of your video, you want to show your viewers how they can get to that heaven. And I'll show you how to do that in just a second. What I want you to do right now is I want you to write a list of your viewers' greatest desires. What dream or fantasy does this viewer hope to accomplish by the end of the video that you're going to make them as they click on it? For example, on my end, my viewers' probably hopes and dreams and desires are to get more views and subscribers, maybe rank #1 on YouTube, or have an actual clear, actionable YouTube strategy that works. Maybe you're a cooking channel and your viewers really just want to know the exact process for cooking any meal, making the most perfect, most tender piece of steak, or maybe even making the tastiest pasta without making it greasy. The more specific, the better, so remember this. So Big Shot, I want you to comment down below what sort of heaven do your viewers want from your videos? Once you've completed this list, now you can use this formula to write a title that is super clickable. The so, that, and even if formula. So when creating your specific title with your keyword, your goal here is for your viewer to not object to your title when they see it. Your title in most cases should reflect your viewer's question in mind. So for example, let's say you get the keyword that you're targeting from Keywords Everywhere on boiling an egg. So your viewer is probably wanting to know how to boil an egg because they're struggling with it. They keep overcooking it, they keep undercooking it. This is basically what they're dealing with, what their problem is. So they've gone to YouTube to find out how to actually solve that problem. So maybe your current title is how to boil an egg. Since this is what they are currently struggling with, does this look like it's going to get your viewer to sit up in their chair and say, "This tutorial is for me"? How many how to boil an egg tutorials do you think there is on the internet, let alone YouTube? This is where I'll show you how to actually get your title to stand out. So to show you that your tutorial is different than all the other tutorials is you are now going to learn how to use "so that" as a prepared objection to what your viewer is saying in their head, and immediately follow it up with something from your heaven list. You would title it like this: how to boil an egg so that you never have to overcook them again. I'm pulling this straight from my heaven list. So when your viewer sees this title, as soon as they are about to say, "So what if I want to know how to boil an egg? Why would I care about that? I've seen plenty of videos on this topic." You already have a reason why this tutorial is different than the other ones. You're stating the heaven that they are looking for specifically. The other example of getting your title to stick out is by using the even if formula. This allows you to resolve even more excuses this viewer might have for not watching watching your video. Just use the same structure but switch out so that. So for example, if you were to put how to boil an egg, even if you have no cooking experience. So if they were to look at your title of your tutorial and they could see how to boil an egg and they were saying, well, I don't have much cooking experience, how am I gonna boil an egg? Then you could immediately say, how to boil an egg, even if you have no cooking experience. And immediately that objection is put out the window because they can say, well, I don't have cooking experience, so this video is perfect for me. You could even combine elements of the so that and even if, like this for example, how to boil an egg so that you never overcook it again, even if you have no cooking experience. So use this YouTube video title generator to get into your viewer's mind. Like this video down below if you're gonna use the Powerless Method for your titles. And make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified, and be sure to check out the rest of the YouTube series on YouTube strategy for small channels so that you can grow your channel fast. And see you next time, Big Shots.